Hey all, welcome to ShareTreck. This is Raj here. Friends, what a day it was. I was too afraid to get into the market. In fact, in the morning, I was very tempted to buy NVDA or get into FNGU. But instead, what I did was I sold NVDA on my Canadian side. I had around 600 of them. I sold them. And I sat on the sidelines. For a moment, I was toying with the idea of looking at TQQQ and buying a very small amount because it's much cheaper than FNGU. But better senses prevailed, and I'm glad I didn't get into it. We have seen the market slide a bit. I have always suspected that this could be a situation of, buy the rumor, sell the news. I think that's what happened because most of the tech companies, they did quite well, the ones that they reported today. It's just that what do you expect next, right? So that's what I think is the situation in the market right now. So we are going to take a look at the futures, then we go to Nasdaq. I'm also going to go through CNBC so that we can formulate some thoughts of what's happening out there. I'll add my 2 cents to it, and then we'll get going from there. So let's get started. Welcome back, friends. The first thing we're going to do is get into CNBC and see where everything is lying in terms of market opinion. And I'll add my 2 cents to it, and then we'll go on to look at fear and greed and other regular features. Welcome back. Let's look at CNBC. I'm just going to scan this for information. The first thing I see here is that all the futures are red except for Dow. And Alphabet shares have dropped after results. Wall Street punishes Alphabet and Microsoft despite earnings beats after stock hits record. I'm thinking that there is going to be, the valuation was already stretched. The expectations are very high. Once the high expectations have been met, then how do you exceed that further? So we have to see more strength in AI and some demonstration of strength in AI for further growth. So Alphabet shares slide on disappointing Google ad revenues, but at the same time on cloud, they have better estimates. So they improved on that area. And Microsoft issues light guidance even as Azure growth drives earnings beat. They made a good deal on the Copilot, I believe. So overall, I think I'm happy with the results. I'm just going to do a bit of bottom fishing right now. This is a good opportunity to load up on quality shares again at a potential discount. So I'm going to look at that. AMD shares fall as first quarter forecast comes in light. I've already sold AMD. I booked a profit of a decent amount of profit, around 22%. I had been holding it for a while on the Canadian side. So I'm very happy about that. The other big news is Elon Musk's $56 billion Tesla compensation voided by judge. I think this was a very good decision. There should be some reasonable amount for compensation. And 56 billion is really too much. And there are really good CEOs working for way less than that who focus 100% on the company that they are working on. Whereas with Elon Musk, like he's got something going on with SpaceX, and then there is a lot of times that he's sending tweets on X and getting involved in cultural battles and so many other things. So it doesn't seem like that $56 billion was worth it. And I had read another opinion recently on Threads, and I believe that opinion. It says that Elon Musk is not interested in a regular growth company. Tesla is a regular company, and it has to be led by a regular CEO who can put his head down, focus, continue improving the product, and bringing future models and so on. And Tesla then Elon Musk can go and start doing whatever startup things that he does so that, he can be intellectually occupied and he can be happy. And Tesla can grow unhindered because right now I think a lot of notoriety that Elon Musk is gaining as owner of X and master tweeter out there, that is hurting Tesla. So good decision here in my opinion. And what else has happened here? Let us see. China manufacturing activity shrank for the 4th straight months in January. So China is sliding down, but I think Chinese stock market will bounce back. Walmart will give 3-for-1 split. I hold this in the Canadian depository, and I don't see any change for me because my number of shares won't change. It's in the depository receipt format. But what will happen for Walmart is that once the 3-for-1 split happens, the stock will get an opportunity to grow further. This I have seen in various companies, so that's likely to happen out there because the volume of the trading can increase once again, and that will help. So then we have Microsoft gets a price target hike after posting a great quarter driven by AI. That's nice to hear. Oil prices rise as IMF boosts growth forecast, markets brace for US response to drone attack. A little bit of volatility will come out there. So that's about all I can see. And there's a common theme that's running across all tech companies. They're cutting jobs. So as I mentioned in my video yesterday, I'm not too worried about the job cuts because these workers will be able to migrate into AI jobs and get high-paying contract jobs. So that shouldn't worry us. It's also going to make these companies trim and in good shape. So let's go to look at the fear and greed index where we have fallen back into greed. This is a good position to be in. That's a Goldilocks spot where things can improve. At the same time, they are not going to be too crazy. So I'm happy with this. And if you look at the stock market heat map, you can see that most of the MAG 5, MAG 6 have lost value. And of course, Tesla, I think, has bled post-market. We'll look at all of that when we go into our TradingView platform to look at what's happening out there. The gainers here were the financials and credit services and insurance. Those were the gainers apart from energy. So I think that's what we should be looking for. And if we go into the economic calendar, we'll see that the JOLTS job openings, which was an important number, came in much higher than expected. So the economy is still doing pretty well. And if you look at JOLT jobs quit, the quits have been lesser than expected. People are staying in the job for much longer. So this shows that the tightness in the job market is easing, in my opinion. And if you look at what's going to happen for tomorrow, this is the most momentous activity for tomorrow. Fed interest rate decision and Fed press conference. This is where I think we are going to look at the forward-looking statement because the expectation is already that there is going to be no rate cut. And what we are looking at is the tone and the wording of the press conference, and if we can find something out there, that's what is going to drive the markets, in my opinion. And then, of course, tomorrow, Meta and Amazon are going to present after hours their quarterly results. So that's going to be another big catalyst for us. So, well, here we are in the TradingView platform looking at the Nasdaq futures, which is down by minus 0.87%. The market is still open and we are below the 9-day exponential moving average, but the momentum is still above average, so we still have hope for tomorrow. But minus 0.87% is a significant number, negative number. If you look at indicators, QQQ closed at minus 0.67% today, still in the bullish channel out there with 9-day exponential moving average as the first line of support. Momentum has also cooled down a little bit. The RSI is back into around 70%. So a little bit of cooling tomorrow and then we should be fine. Looking at VIX, which has come down below the diagonal line of support from the previous bull channel. So this is a good development. Hopefully it opens below this line tomorrow and doesn't bounce back up again. S&P 500 was down minus 0.08%. Again, still RSI is overbought, needs a bit of cooling down. Dow Jones was up 0.31%. Again, overbought situation, needs to calm down a little bit. Russell Index was down minus 0.85%. Momentum is above average, but it's looking weak at this point of time. US dollar index was up 0.20% with the market still open at this point of time. It's 30th of January at 10 p.m. Now, if we were to look at US oil, it was down minus 0.25%, fallen just below the 200-day exponential moving average, which is this white line out here. And put-call ratio is bullish. And if we were to look at the kind of support the market is getting, you can see that only 73.95% of the S&P 500 stocks are above their 50-day average, which means the support is kind of weaning down, but there is this range in which it has been operating, so I cannot say that things are deteriorating. But with the Mag 6 results that came in today. All those companies have started falling, and tomorrow there are two more companies from the Mag 6 to report, and when they do report, I think there will be the buy the rumor, sell the news kind of a situation. So we will see a little bit of days of weakness, and this kind of nicely gets into my thesis that February and March are likely to be the low points of the year, and at the end of March things will start improving all the way towards the end of the year. So that's what I'm looking for. And then if we were to go into our technology sector, we are looking at Netflix, which was down minus 2.25%. It had gone up meteorically. There is a huge gap up, so it had to come down. Momentum is also very high, and RSI is still overbought. A little more has to be given by Netflix before it can stabilize and start building a foundation. Some consolidation is needed. Apple was down 1.92%, and it still has got support from this diagonal line of support out here. And momentum is below average. I think people are all worried about the expectations, and the earnings are coming up tomorrow. So there is a little bit of jitters out here. We'll be watching it tomorrow. Apple is a good company to buy if there is an opportunity. And there was this double bottom that I had seen, which seems bullish, but then there are these gap ups and gap downs in it, which kind of distorts it for me. So I don't know what to make of it, or else wherever I would see a double bottom, I would like to project it upward. We already met the target for this double bottom, so it's a moot point. Microsoft was down minus 0.28%, and still it is overbought. It just hit this red line of resistance that we had put there at 78.89, and that's the point where it hit and came down. So that line is still valid on the RSI. That's good. And we have NVDA, which was up 0.49%, still highly overbought, and I don't know how long it's going to go. And for NVDA, we have got this line out here, which is at 88.41. It's the line of resistance from where it is going to bounce back down. If it doesn't bounce down before that. Google was down 1.16%, and post-market, I think it has fallen further. So there was the earnings today, and earnings, they have done extremely well. Like the EPS expected was 1.59. They came 3.05% above, and they came in at 1.64. And in terms of revenue also, they outperformed by 1.21% on the expectation and came in at 86.31 billion. Despite that, they were punished, and their cloud revenues came out much better, but their Google search revenue, I think, was down. YouTube revenue was down, and that's what the market is fretting about. I think it's an overreaction. Tomorrow, if I get a chance, I might pick up a few Google, because I think it's a great company. And it was among the slowest of the Mag 6 to pick up. So the multiples are not as high as the others were, so it need not fall that much. Meta was down minus 0.24%, anticipating the results. Amazon is down 1.40%, again, anticipating the results. And FNGU was down 2.88. Tesla was up 0.35%, but post-market it was down. And I've already spoken to you about Elon Musk and his situation, so I won't repeat that right now. And next, we are going to go into genomics, and where CRISPR Therapeutics was down minus 1.98%. But friends, the good thing is that, as predicted, we have broken out on the upper side of this bullish Bennett. That's good point. And then we are going to face a resistance at 66.49, which we have not been able to break for quite a while, but we have been consolidating since December. So all this consolidation gives a good solid foundation on which we can go up further. The upward movement is expected anytime. PACB was down minus 5.14%, and it has broken down below the line of support out here, which was at 7.06. PACB is 7.02, so I have marked it red. Momentum is also weak. Chart is looking weak. Illumina was up 0.33%. Friends, Illumina, I think, this is my personal opinion, not financial advice, but I think Illumina is worth accumulating. It's going to regain its past glory. Grail is going to be resolved by middle of this year, and we are free off to the races. That's what I think. Beam was down minus 8.66% and reversed everything that it gained extra yesterday and a little more, stopped only by the 9-day exponential moving average, which provided a solid support along with the 20-day exponential moving average. Next, we have Editas is just down minus 5.50%. Chart is looking absolutely weak. VERV was down 6.17%. Chart is looking very weak. NTLA was down 6.07%. Again, chart is looking very weak. We already fallen below the diagonal line of support that I had for a earlier bull channel. And DNA was down 5.937%. I'm doing a video on DNA. I think the company should be valued better, but I think they are not communicating well. So people are just generally getting confused and the enthusiasm is going down. We need to see the momentum pick up for DNA. They have to generate interest. They can do that by communicating all their great achievements. Bluebird was down 6.19%, consolidating out here, waiting for the next move. Caribou Biosciences was up 1.34%. And we have the first golden cross out here. The 9-day exponential moving average has broken through 3 long-term exponential averages. That's great strength out here. NVTA was down minus 10.34%. New York Stock Exchange might want to have a chat with NVTA. They are becoming a penny stock. IMTX was down minus 3.70%. Chart is looking weak out here. Prime was down 9.35, very weak chart. Allogene was up 1.69%. The first golden cross out here. 9-day has crossed over the 100-day exponential moving average. Absolutely fantastic performance here. ARKG was down 3.85%, and chart is looking weak. And Bionanogenomics was down 0.01 cents or minus 0.79%. Chart is looking weak again out here. This is going to be a very interesting week, and I'm really excited because some of those high-valued Mag 6 are starting to come down, and this is the first time that I have been able to play it right. I sold FNGU at the right time. I dipped in it twice and made good profits and resisted my temptation to get in this morning. That was a good decision, and I get the chance to watch it tomorrow as well and see whether it falls down further. So whenever the market drops, I would prefer to buy FNGU or TQQQ and also accumulate on good stocks, which gave me profits in the past. So that's my game plan. So I'm going to wait and watch. I would rather react to what happens in the market than try to predict and put my money and then lose something. And that plan has been working well for me. So I'm more into a reactionary mode than anticipatory mode. So friends, that's the whole market status out here. And I have some good news for you guys. Since I moved HIV content into the ShareTreck Global HIV channel, I have also added subtitles in multiple languages. And in the last 3 days, we got 1,000 new subscribers there, brand new subscribers out there. So it's going great. It's approaching 5,000 subscribers now. It is the fastest growing channel. I have only had 2 channels, and it's the fastest growing of the 2 because within a matter of a year, that channel is approaching 5,000. And for this channel to reach 5,000, it took us 2 years. So it's going well, and very soon we'll be purely genomic out here along with AI. So I'm working on it. This transition is taking its toll on me. So I'm trying to balance everything and get into the rhythm, and we'll be doing well. Of course, Sandeep is giving me great support. On Monday, we had Sandeep's video coming up. Give a little love to Sandeep. Check out his videos. I think he puts his heart into all the work. Your comments and your suggestions will always help him and also help the channel. So check out Sandeep's video. It comes every Monday, and he does his own fundamental analysis of a company each Monday. And that's not strictly genomic, that's everything including genomics. So with that, my friends, I'd like to bring this video to an end, and I'll thank you very much for all the support and indulgence that you have given this channel to me and to Sandeep. Thanks, and have a great day. Bye for now.